to you from the top of the Poconos, it's The Balcony Show with your host, Ann Thatcher, Bo Summer, and me, the Mad Cat. We have searched the globe for the best in indie music, so you don't have to. So here we go, The Balcony Show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Balcony Show, your source for independent music, and already they've started before I even started.
Oh, man.
Welcome.
All right.
So we have Reverb Select D,
Yes.
Eli Alger, and the Faster Horses on the show coming up his interview, and you're going to love his music. So we are kicking some country tonight at you.
Yee-hoo. That's all I got.
I'm glad you didn't say haw.
Gotta say, Miley Service. Oh, she served Liam that song "Flowers" in that video.
Miley what?
Miley Cyrus.
Oh, Miley Cyrus.
Service.
I thought she said Miley Cervix. I'm like, what?
Oh, I thought you said Miley Service.
Who's
And I was
Miley
like, which is
Service?
Service?
Oh, for
I want to be
God's
Miley
sake.
Cervix.
Did you not the song "Flowers"?
Oh,
the
it's
video.
Absolutely. I love it.
Did you catch any of the
love it.
backstory on it?
Yes.
What
I
she
love
did?
it. I love it. I love it.
She rented out the house that he was cheating on her
Yes.
with, and shot the video there.
Oh, yes. I did hear about this.
It
I'm
was
not privy
good.
to any of this information.
Yeah, her husband was cheating on her, and
Who's her husband?
Who?
Liam
I forget his last name.
Neil Hemingsworth.
Yeah.
Hemsworth, Chris's brother.
Hemsworth, yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, Thor's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought they just got married like not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know
That's-
how it is in the
That is
in the,
that guy.
in
Oh, my
the
God.
big star world. You know what I mean? Like their marriages are fleeting.
And then wore the suit that he had on the red carpet when he told her to behave. Yeah, I mean, like the
Oh,
whole
no, I gotta watch this.
released
I
it.
knew none of
released
this.
it on his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And to top it all off, she told him, "You know what? Go to hell because I'm gonna write a song about this. It's gonna become number one." And she
Wow.
did exactly
Number
what.
one, I think, in like every country.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Pretty
Like the stats
Well, you know,
around the song are
the
like
demure,
mind-blowing.
unwavering power of women.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. That's okay. You recognize. Anyways,
But I do want to say one thing about this song. And I know some people might be like, it's just another, whatever song about broken hearts and whatever. But I love same topic, same scenario, like that's been going on for 1,000 years. But I love all the new, like each person's perspective and how they process whatever it is that they went through, and I love hearing the backstory. But even if you didn't, you kind of get there's some shit that she went through, but good for her. Yeah. Girl power, man.
you know what she took? Yeah, she's a powerhouse. She
Yeah,
is. And whether you like her music or you don't like her
Don't
music, you
cross
got to
her.
recognize.
You can't deny that her voice, she's a powerhouse in every
Yeah.
sense
So
of the word.
kudos to you, Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I've always felt recognizably she's been like this generation's Madonna.
Kind of.
You know what I mean?
Ew, no,
yeah, absolutely. Go back to the stuff she did
Oh
with
my God, no.
with Thick and stuff like that. All the outlandish stuff she
Well,
did.
you
It
know-
literally follows
Yeah,
the
I can-
same
now, wait a
benchmarks that
minute,
Madonna
yeah.
did back in the day.
No.
I know denial
No.
is a
Miley
terrible
is
thing.
Miley is more kick-ass rock and roll. Madonna was too manufactured with all these like hypey things.
Right. And used a lot of outlandish stuff to make sure that her name stayed gloriously in the media. And then switched.
I mean, there are some
Different vibe,
similarities.
though.
And
It
then
is a different
switched
vibe, but there's
images.
some similarities. You can't deny
her
that.
Madonna's images evolved as well, just like the whole "Live to Tell" album.
Right.
When you get to all that stuff,
Picture book.
She went from she went from the promiscuous looking girl, then suddenly to the Catholic looking girl, and then the wholesome girl, and then back
But
to just
interesting enough, you're the one who sent me
to
that.
the empowered girl, and then
Like a Virgin was not about
No.
her
Oh, yeah,
virginity.
yeah.
It was
No.
about the and not about the church either. It was about her being in the music business.
Yeah.
You sent me those facts. They were cool facts.
They used to say that was supposed to be Britney Spears was the next Madonna.
Didn't
No.
happen. She flaked out too soon. Shaved her head.
Anyways, speaking of useless facts, hit it, Daryl.
Useless facts. Facts that are freaking useless. Yes. And on today's useless facts, we're just going to jump right in. Useless fact number 1. When horses look like they're laughing, they're engaging in a special nose-enhancing technique known as phlegming.
Fleming.
Yes,
I know some women that Fleming.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a common practice. I mean, I grew up on a farm, and you know, the horse would either walk up. You know how dogs sniff one another and to say hello, and the horses do the same thing. And we always just found it humorous when a horse would walk up, sniff another horse's ass, and suddenly the lip and nose go up in the air, and the horse looks like he's just having a time. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Lemon.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All right. So, useless fact number 2. A 19th century horse named Old Billy reportedly lived 62 years from 1760 to 1822 in England.
That's a long time for a horse.
That is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Aren't they like top like in the 30s?
yeah, I knew there was a
Usually-
horse at our barn that was 32.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
he was really old, but usually 20s,
Yeah.
I want to say, right?
Yeah,
Got about
you know, mid 20s. I mean, again, it depends.
on how strong they were,
Yeah,
or how,
I mean, you
how
know,
hard they were.
If they were
rode.
ridden
Yeah.
hard, then you know, I mean, they're just not looking
Yeah.
for a long life. We had a pony that we picked up when my mother, you know, God love her, picked up in an auction, and this thing was so emaciated, and her teeth were gone. I mean, this pony was so old. I mean, they had it on a freaking cart. I mean, honestly, going through the auction, something like that would wind up going to
Yeah, let's not talk about
the
that.
dog food
Moving on.
companies. But she brought it home.
Oh.
And she nursed it back to health and got it nice and fattened up. And then one day we came out because she had full run of the barn, and we found her just sitting there. And she was old. I mean, you know, she was probably pushing almost 50.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
according to the vet, she had, you know, no real teeth markers left. So she would just really knew her food. You know, we used to have to kind of give her a pulp.
Oh,
But we
wow.
found her sitting there by the hay barrel. She got out of her pen one night, and she was laid down right next to a wheelbarrow full of hay. She was just laying there chilling.
Chilling, eating hay.
That's so
Yeah.
sweet.
Did something happen to this old Billy guy?
Yeah.
I heard there was a curious fact about him.
Oh, yeah. His head was preserved and is currently on display at the Cecil Higgins Art Gallery in Bedford Museum.
There's a talking point.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that with our last dog, but
Oh my
no.
God.
There's a lot of
no.
people who do that with their
Yeah.
animals. I didn't think that was really a thing,
I
but
was-
people.
Just the head?
no, the whole body, but like in
Yeah.
a very aggressive, like almost like a bear-like position, like a polar bear ready to pounce or something.
Aw,
But
we're talking about Sweet Rooney?
yeah,
No.
Yeah.
she was a sweet dog.
Crazy
All right,
bear position.
useless fact number 3: horses cannot burp or vomit. This is true. This is very, very true.
That's why they get colic.
Yep, they
Yeah.
get
But
gassy.
the fact behind why they can't, I think, is interesting.
Yes.
They have a very strong muscle ring called the cardiac sphincter at the entrance of their stomachs. This structure makes sure any food that enters the stomach cannot exit. Vomiting is a protection system. It rids the stomach of possible food-related intolerances such as poisons, bacteria, etc. It's also thought then that this inability for horses to vomit has another purpose. When horses run, their intestines hammer on their stomach, causing pressure to build up. If their sphincter valve opened under pressure, horses would vomit every time they ran. In the wild where horses are prey, if the horse vomited, eventually the predator would catch its prey all the time.
Yeah.
But I never knew that was the reason that they couldn't burp or vomit. I never
Yeah,
knew that.
Never knew that.
I knew that they couldn't, but I didn't know
I
why.
just
know
knew
why.
the hours that I would have to spend
walking?
You got to colic your horse. You got to walk him. You got to,
Oh, yeah.
You got to.
Wow.
Gotta gas out.
It's best to walk him, not necessarily run him hard. Maybe a little jog here and there, but you got to get. It helps the pressure build. and it helps the whole thing flip back over into the right position. And if it doesn't happen, then you got to call the vet with the really long glove.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that we covered the hell out of that useless fact. All right. Useless fact number 4. Horses produce approximately 10 gallons of saliva a day.
If you've ever given a horse an apple, you'll totally understand.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like owning a French bulldog.
Yep.
40 times the amount that humans produce. I didn't think we were even that close in the margin, but all right. All right, useless fact number 5. Horses have 16 muscles in each ear. This allows them to rotate their ears 180 degrees.
So if they're flat back, that's the only one you need to worry about.
Yeah,
I've seen that.
they're usually not happy with those ears are flat back.
Really?
My kid used to ride when she was younger, and there was a horse, and I didn't know. Freaking bit me.
Ooh.
And just so we're clear, ears forward
back,
doesn't necessarily
I don't
mean
know
they're
why.
happy,
It just
but
came out and actually bit my freaking thigh, like out of
Wow.
nowhere. No idea. I still don't know.
probably just a little love bite. They're known to do that too.
He was
That's like
not
blunt
a nice horse.
teeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, we're going to get things started tonight with this really great show. First song is going to be by Adam Werner. That's How You Know You're Living. Take a listen and we'll be right back.
Come on.
Paid your rent, bills piled high. Worked a 40-hour week, now the boss wants overtime. Tired as hell, need to unwind. So I'm headed to that juke joint out there on the county line. 'Cause there's something about guitars, whiskey smoking bars, and those honky-tonk women get you fired up inside. Man, it gets you high, got your heart racing, head is spinning. That's how you know you're living. I got friends in low places. Ain't no top 40 here, just Cash, Merlin, Waylon. Raise your glass, here's to you. Can a brother get a little whiskey drinking hallelujah? 'Cause there's something about guitars, whiskey smoking bars, and those honky-tonk women get you fired up inside. Man, it gets you high, got your heart racing, head is spinning. That's how you know you're living. Well, hell yeah, alright. Here's to working all day and drinking all night. Let it roll, let it ride. 'Cause the band's gonna play and the sun's gonna rise. I ain't worried about a thing, don't matter what you're missing. Oh, son, that's how you know you're living. Come on. Well, hell yeah, alright. Here's to working all day and drinking all night. Let it roll, let it ride. 'Cause the band's gonna play and the sun's gonna rise. I ain't worried about a thing, don't matter what you're missing. Oh, son, that's how you know you're living. That's how you know you're living.
Hey, folks, welcome back. You are listening to The Balcony Show, and right now we have the song Dance For Me Tonight by Eli Alger and the Faster Horses. And when you get back, we're going to have Eli on the phone. So give it a listen, and here we go.
What's the weather like in Denver? It's not important, but I'd like to know. This damned old interstate is giving me heartaches, and Lord, do I hope it snows. I'm headed back from Austin to Tupelo in Tennessee. Well, these stage lights blind my eyes, and darling, you're all I see. So put another log on the fire in that cabin on the mountainside, and I'll sing you old John crying by the firelight. Oh, how your long brown hair was shining as you spun around the room, and I can see you dancing for me as I drive through the night. I'll be home soon, darling. You can dance for me tonight. Remember that cabin in Estes? It was a bright yet cloudy day. Well, I was hiking through, and you were too. The snow came falling, and God ran me into you. Oh, when this highway's out from under me, the sun will rise o'er the mountain dew. There's only one road to my happiness, and I'm on my way to you. Put another log on the fire in that cabin on the mountainside, and I'll sing you old John crying by the firelight. Oh, how your long brown hair was shining as you spun around the room, and I can see you dancing for me as I drive through the night. I'll be home soon, darling. You can dance for me tonight. Oh, I'll be home soon, darling. You can dance for me tonight.
I know I'm on the road a lot, honey. I hate it too. Just know I love you like crazy, and I'll be home soon.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Balcony Show, and we are very excited because we have our Reverb Nation selectee, Eli Alger, and the Faster Horses.
Hey, how you doing?
I didn't screw
Hello.
that up. Hey.
Oh, you did a good job, man. That's all.
Today's a good night.
Well, what that means is
I
that
technically-
the train just picked up speed, so that means now when it goes off the rails, it's going to hit hard.
Yeah.
I technically make up 1/6 of the Faster Horses. You just got Eli tonight.
Yeah, and you guys, you have all these nicknames for the horses, which I think is
we do.
really fun. So we heard your song. Our audience just heard this song, Dance for Me, tonight, which I think is really cool. And I got to tell you, what drew me to your music, all of this is, I love the it's like this hometown good vibe. You know what I mean? Like you're just country dude, and you're enjoying your life, and you're just singing about it.
Yeah, that song in particular, was you talked to my fiance Anne Marie. I actually wrote that song about her. I actually wrote it. I was stranded in a snowstorm. I thought I was gonna die. I'm trying to make a really long story really short right now, and like the road was covered, and I couldn't see any of the road at all. And I was like, God, what am I gonna do? I don't know how I'm gonna. It's like 3 a.m. I'm driving back to Nashville from northern Iowa, and somehow I don't know where he was going or why he was going there, but this giant ambulance pulls out in front of me on the highway, and he was all lit up with all the high beams and stuff, and I was driving a POS 2002 F-150 named Cheryl, and I still got her. I got new headlights in her now though. He guided the path for like 250 miles. I wouldn't have got out. I'd have had to put it in park out on the highway and waited till morning. But the whole state had gotten snowed in.
Wow.
So, yeah, and I made it out. So I went to the songwriting session. I had a write scheduled with a good buddy of mine from Saskatchewan named Rob Murphy. And he goes, let's write a 90s country song. I go, I got this idea. The snowflakes have reminded me of Estes Park, Colorado. And, we got that in the song. And Dance for Me Tonight was everybody says that's a provocative title. It just kind of came out. You read it, you think it could be a rap song, and the perspective I was taking from it is just as a musician, I don't ever get to dance with Anne Marie because I'm always on stage. So she just dances by herself, and that's kind of where I was going with it.
That's a beautiful song.
Nobody else gets that.
So the submission,
all the girlfriends and the wives and we get it.
Yeah, for sure.
So the song that got you on the show was Red Mexico.
Oh yeah.
The video, I'm going to encourage our listeners to go and take a look at this video because this video is just plain fun. If you guys don't look like you're having the best time ever, so how did Red Mexico? Where did that come from?
That song is about what happens when 2 bottles of Jose go on sale.
Nice.
Out on the farm, man. So that song. And so how long of a story do you want? Because there's a good story behind it.
No, I want to hear it for sure.
Okay. So this was it was in my first month that I had ever moved to Nashville. And in truth, I did not write the bulk of Red Mexico. I've tweaked it, but I didn't write it. And I was at a writer's round. And for those who are listening that don't know what a writer's round is, a writer's round is where 3 people get up on stage with just their guitars and they play a song a piece, and they do that 3 times, just one, then the next, then the next. And I just played my round, and up to the mic comes a guy named Jeff Reed. Jeff Reed, I wasn't paying attention. I just hear Red Mexico and my head snaps. I'm like, what is that? And he gets done with his set, and I go over, I say, hey man, if I ever get a record deal, I want to cut that song. And he goes, dude, go cut it. It was on hold by Ronnie Dunn and Jimmy Buffett like 15 years ago, and nothing ever happened to it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm like, say no more. So I ended up getting in with that. Long story short, I got in with a really great producer who I hope will continue to work with me through the duration of my career, because he's way out of my league. A guy named Mr. Greg Cole. He did all of Daryl Singletary's stuff. He worked with did a lot of stuff for George Jones. He's one of the main drummers of the Grand Ole Opry. He's crazy good. He's crazy good. And it's just, when I'm in there, it's just a constant learning experience. But I got in there through help of a family friend, and with him on his radar. And he actually, Greg was telling me, he goes, I was producing demos at the time when this song was coming around, and I produced the demo on this song.
Oh no.
And he goes, he goes, you know what? If you would have cut this song, if we would have cut this song the way that we're about ready to do it right now and done what you've done to it, it probably would have gotten cut. And
oh, wow.
I was just like, I don't know. I've just been running with it ever since. Mr. Joe Spivey, who did the fiddle on Seminole Wind by John Anderson. That's kind of what the big one he's known for. He did the fiddle on that. And
Oh, wow.
I thought it made the song, but it's crazy. People sing it back to us, so I'm just going with it.
My God, it's amazing. Hey, this is Mike, Eli.
Hey, what's up, Blake?
Hey, I have a question for you, and I'm reading through some of the information that we've garnered in our portfolio on you.
Shoot.
So I somebody who's lived in New York for quite a while and moved a little while ago. It says here that you played at Madison Square Garden. You sang the Star Spangled Banner.
I did.
So what kind of pressure is that? That's
Enough
a pretty
said,
tall.
right?
That's a tall
Let me
order.
try to put this in layman terms. Have you ever had like a ball, like a 25-pound ball and chain on your ankle, and then like thrown into 1,000 foot of ocean?
Yeah, exactly.
You feel like you're about ready to explode.
Yeah.
Or implode, one of the two.
Right.
Yeah. So we went to New York on vacation, my dad and I.
Yeah.
And I was on a 3-day drunk, man. I was having a great time.
Hell yeah.
It was the American dream.
Yeah,
I was in
right?
New York City. I'm wearing my cowboy hat. I'm going out and getting Cat's Deli, and
Yeah.
we're having day beers. And long story short, I get a call. Hey, we need a national anthem singer. I heard you're in town.
Oh wow.
And it's like 8 hours before I've got to do it, and I'm croaked right now. And I'm like, it's ridiculous. I'm doing vocal warm-ups and like, how am I going to do this? I've never sang the national anthem, really.
Oh
like
man.
I've done it like a few times, but not recently.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I did some praying, man. I was like, I got to do this. He just start and don't stop.
Yep.
I'm going to interrupt you because I want our listeners to hear the song Red Mexico.
Red Mexico with an N. I'm sorry.
Red Mexico.
That's her Wisconsin
I'm sorry.
N. You know what I mean? It just kind of drags.
I've got PTSD of people calling it Red Mexico. In fact, when it first came out, people were calling it Redneck Mexico for the longest time. And I was like, that doesn't even ring, Dad. How does that come to your mind?
I had to read it several times to make sure that I had it right. And really, fair. I have screwed up a few names.
No, come on, man. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Anyways, take a listen to Red Mexico by Eli Alger and the Faster Horses, and we'll be right back with the rest of the interview.
I bought 2 bottles of Jose, hey, they were having a sale. Then we swung through the drive-thru Yo Quiero Taco Bell. We got a donkey piñata hanging from the clothesline, and my jackass brother, he's swinging for its insides. I've never been to Tijuana, but I'm wearing a sombrero that says I have. And Sharon makes a mean margarita to be a senorita from Birmingham. Luke Combs and Sweet Home Alabama, they're blaring on the stereo. Mexico. Jerry Lee's in the backyard showing off his salsa moves. He made a stinking wrong step, now he's scraping off his shoes. Now Bob's a beer past buzz, cause he just broke our only rule. Don't drink the water from the kiddie pool. I've never been to Tijuana, but I'm wearing a sombrero that says I have. Mexico. I bought 2 bottles of Jose. Hey, they were having a sale.
And we are back on the Balcony Show with Eli Alger. So, Eli, tell us, what do you got coming up? You got any tour dates?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be dropping a huge tour schedule come March. The first show, as of now, I'm sure we'll be picking up some cowboy shows here and there, but it's May 1st in Reedley, Iowa. We're going to be doing a big old honky tonk called Grumpy's. They've got they're doing a big event. I think it's like their 25th anniversary or something like that, and they're blocking the street off. We're going to be doing a bunch of county fairs, festivals, opening acts, stuff like that, all across the Midwest. Man, it's going to be exciting. We're going to be doing the bus tour live.
You got anything coming towards the East Coast?
Nothing in the East Coast. I'm sticking. I'm an Iowa boy, so I'm kind of building out from there.
I get it.
So eventually, maybe next year. Actually, probably next year, to be honest.
That's good.
Well, when you come out here, we want to see you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll let you know. I got your number now.
We'll bring the tequila.
Just remember, I got family in Wisconsin.
Bring the balcony crew down here. We can film an episode right there on set.
Oh,
That'd be
great.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, we'll bring our prayer group along with us.
Yeah, we're gonna need them.
Jose, Jack, Johnny, Jim. What a
Bring
quiet.
some holy water for the madman.
The madman. Yeah, he is, Mad Cat.
Yeah.
Anyways, so your newest single, Dollars on the Wall. How did this come about?
Okay, so this is one of those songs that got written in like 15 minutes, which just sometimes it happens that way. I wrote it myself. It's about, when you walk into a honky tonk and there's like $700 in singles on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah. This song is about a place in southern Iowa called Ozzy's Old Red Barn. It was an old sheep barn turned honky tonk back in the 80s.
Nice.
And my granddad's been bringing me in there since I was knee high. I used to eat the kids menu. I had my 21st birthday beer there, and that's what this song's about, man.
Wow.
It's literally in the chorus. It used to be for sheep, and now it's for raising up a cup.
Oh yeah.
Ah, that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's that song is very much a part of who I am in my life. You can't really get more country than that, can you? I mean, it's an old sheep barn turned into a bar, and they didn't do anything. I mean, literally. I mean, they forgot to sweep out some of the sheep shit.
That's awesome.
You know what?
Yeah,
and I got to tell you, sheep and goats are the worst because
they are.
go and then they stamp on it.
Oh.
And then they go and then they stamp on it. So they pack it.
Oh, man.
They
I
pack
can't
it.
wait to do the music video for that song. There is gonna be a scene where I'm shooing out, like I'm in like my red shirt and the cowboy hat, and I'm gonna be shooing sheep out of the front door of the bar.
Oh, that's funny. That'll be great.
Yeah,
And
that's
and you
cool.
have to do
No,
a
it's
little.
gonna
You
be
have to do a
good.
little stamp yourself as you're trying to get the sheep out the door.
And what was that?
Yeah, and in homage to the Balcony Show, I want you to stamp your feet a little bit in that
Yeah.
video. And
Yeah.
know
We'll try
it's-
to fish it into the video. I'll let you I'll let you know when I start writing the script.
Okay.
No, but I also, on top of that, with that place, that's kind of where I started getting the bug for music. I sing karaoke in there. My granddad
wow.
knew everybody, so they'd let me be in there when I was like 14,
Oh,
and
wow.
I would
That's
sing
cool.
karaoke and drink Shirley Temples when my granddad's drinking scotch. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
He'd sit there and watch me. It's just at the end of a gravel road. And he'd let me sing karaoke. So
I got to tell you, Eli, you're bringing up a lot of memories for me. There's a lot of things that are similar. You know what I mean? My mom used to take me to the bar every Friday night, fish fry. She'd drink. We'd have the kids stuff. And yeah, it's just good
exactly.
hometown stuff for sure.
Thank you.
Keep doing
Thank
you.
Wow.
Keep creating what you're creating because it's really good. I do want to ask you, who is like one major influence? Because I got to ask you, just because we were kind of like having a round table here. So go ahead, name somebody.
I want to hear everybody's guesses first.
No, that's not fair. We got a bet on the table.
Okay. All right. George and Garth hung the moon.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
George and Garth. Chris Young as a vocal. So Garth more in the entertainment spectrum. George straight in the way that he, his songs, the way he lays. He and Garth, but George.
They were the first two names I mentioned was George Strait and Garth Brooks.
Yep. Well, listen, Eli. I want to encourage our listeners to go download this music. You're going to want to follow Eli and the Faster Horses, because I really feel that you're just going to be making waves, dude. And this is just the small beginning. So keep doing you. It's Eli Alger and the fasterhorses.com, correct? Or is it just...
Anne Marie is great at this stuff. If you type in Eli Alger or Eli Alger and the Faster Horses into any search bar, we should pop up.
Yep.
The one thing where it's hard. So I was just going to name the band just the Faster Horses. And there's a Faster Horses festival that's like 100 years old that brings in 500,000 people every year in Michigan. And they even have their own Spotify playlist. So if you type in just Faster Horses anywhere, it's going to pop up and you won't find us anywhere. So it's got to be either Eli Alger or Eli Alger and the Faster Horses. But,
So,
EliAlgermusic.com.
Yep. EliAlgermusic.com.
There's your site.
Anyways, so download his music. You're going to want to get the past singles and now you're going to want to get Dollars on the Wall. Take a listen. And thank you, Eli. We'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Come on in, sit on down. In this honky-tonk little hole in the wall, everybody in this town we call home. It's a place where the truckers, hippies, cowboys, and the farmers go to drink. My granddad's took me there since I was in my younger years. Well, I used to get the chicken fingers, and now I drink the beer. There's dollars on the wall in that old barn where I grew up. It used to be for sheep, now it's for raising up a cup. The neon's faded glory's built 1932. Well, they've been slinging beer since 86, and I'm sure glad that they do. Well, at honky-tonks on Saturday nights, they like to pour 'em tall. So come on in, sit on down, put $1 on the wall. It's time to go. We've shut her down. Randy's had enough for everybody in this town. Yeah, we're good and gone. There ain't no doubt. Well, Karen's running bar tonight. She says, get the hell out. Come on, boys. There's dollars on the wall in that old barn where I grew up. It used to be for sheep, now it's for raising up a cup. The neon's faded glory's built 1932. Well, they've been slinging beer since 86, and I'm sure glad that they do. And in honky-tonks on Saturday nights, they like to pour 'em tall. So come on in, sit on down, put $1 on the wall. Guitar! Let them keys dance, come on. Big fiddle, brother, bring it home. Nice. Oh, it's changed hands a time or two. I tell you what, you've seen it all. Oh, the stories this joint could tell if these Washingtons could talk. Oh, there's dollars on the wall in that old barn where I grew up. blazing up a cup. The neon's faded glow reads built 1932. Well, they've been slinging beer since 86. Hey, I'm sure glad that they do. And in honky-tonks on Saturday nights, they like to pour them tall. So come on in, sit on down, put $1 on the wall. Yeah, come on in, sign your name, tack $1 on the wall. That's country music right there, son. I don't care who you are. Damn.
You are listening to The Balcony Show.
So hello everybody and welcome back to Mike's Music Box. And on the line right now with me is a very talented singer-songwriter, Sam Halsell, who has been just cranking out all kinds of original music this year. I've been lucky enough to catch him a few times live and was very impressed, especially with his new material. Hey Sam, what's going on?
Hey Mike, thank you for the introduction. It's very nice.
Yeah, man. So you got this new song that's out right now. So you want to tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, Time Goes By.
Yeah, Time Goes By.
Yeah, very excited about it. We just put it out in December 15th.
Okay.
And it's doing pretty well, but we're excited to get back in the studio. We're doing that at the moment. But it's I think it's a time transcending kind of song. You know, it just transcends all time, and I think everybody can relate to the lyrics of this song.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've heard it live a few times, and it definitely reminds me of, like, you know, a very classic. It's a very classic sound, classic rock, and you know, upbeat, like folk, a lot of harmonies and stuff. I mean, it's great lyrics. So this band that you put together, real quick, and like, if you had like 3 words to describe your band, what would be the 3 words?
Dramatic, entertaining, and very gifting.
Gifting, as in you're going to give the audience gifts?
I think I receive a gift every time these angelic voices sing with me. I mean, you've heard my background singers.
Yeah.
So 4-part harmony, it's awesome.
It is cool. It is cool to see 4-part harmonies, I will admit. Yes. Awesome, man. Well, where can people pick up the single, actually?
It's actually out on all platforms. You know, iTunes, Spotify, you know, Deezer. There's all kinds of new ones out there as well.
Yeah.
But anything you guys listen to music on, it'll be there.
Fantastic. I've had the pleasure of playing with your drummer, Chris, and gotta say, you're a lucky guy to have him in your band.
I feel blessed. I do.
Cool, man. Well, listen, dude, it's been short. It's been sweet. I'm really happy for all the new stuff that you have coming up on the horizon. And again, everybody out there, please go check out Sam Halsell and check out his song as Time Goes By, or just Time Goes By, and give it a listen. We're going to play it right now.
Someone to love, finally found it. Love is up and gone. Say it easy, take it or leave it. Gotta face the truth and take life as it comes. Yeah. Time goes by. Time goes by. I'll be better being out on my own. Better to Gotta face the truth and take life as it comes. Yeah. Time goes by. Time goes by. I'll be doggone if you don't feel the same. Feels too nice now that the love slip away. It's easy, take it or leave it. Gotta face the truth and take life as it comes. Yeah. Time goes by. Time goes by.
Listening to The Balcony Show.
And now it's time for Indie Radar with Bo Summer.
Welcome back to The Balcony Show. And of course, I have to just say really quickly that this week's Indie Radar is proudly sponsored by Lisa Koza, a Lehigh Valley realtor and videographer. Check her out at lisakoza.com. So check this out. As usual, one of my favorite topics is, as you all know, TikTok. It's still under scrutiny for security reasons, you know, et cetera. There's all kinds of bans going on, different like governmental sects around the country in the U.S. But I do have to say that they just recently, and it just goes to show you what a monster of a machine TikTok is. But they continue to keep moving forward and they keep building their platform. I don't know that it's really going to go away anytime soon, but TikTok just launched a talent manager portal. So this may not necessarily apply to maybe everybody who's trying to kind of quote make it, you know, in the music industry if you're an indie artist, but there's now a portal where you can actually go and find somebody to help you if you're an influencer, indie artist, or whatever you're doing on TikTok, to help you actually build and find partnerships with brands. So it's kind of a cool thing. And again, maybe not for everybody right away, but just something to keep on your radar. And if it's something up your alley and maybe you're at that point in your career that's something you can use, you know, check it out.
Well, thank you, Bo. Another great tip right here on The Balcony Show. I'd also like to remind you that The Balcony is proudly produced at Keiko Studios in Penn Argyl, Pennsylvania. So hit them up for all your musical production needs. Check out keikostudios.com.
It's time for the spotlight portion of our show where we showcase debut singles and returning guests. And your host is Donna Galucci. So, here we go.
Hey, everybody.
Donna freaking Galucci!
You surprised me there, man.
Wow.
Come in so soon.
Holy moly.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Spotlight. And we have a great new song by Brandon Maddox called If You're Talking Behind My Back. This is a really cool song.
He serves it,
This
too.
is great. He serves it up. He said that this song is meant to be a 90s rock and country song. And that's pretty much the way it comes across. Very confrontational.
I
Wouldn't
love
you
it.
say?
Oh, yeah. No, he says he tells you exactly what to tell people that they're talking behind your back.
Yep. And here's my favorite line. If you're talking behind my back, keep your lips moving and kiss my beep. So,
anyways,
I love that. So a little backstory about Brandon. He's from Tennessee. He taught himself guitar at age 12 by teaching himself guitar chords from the Beatles books that he had. And soon he began writing his own songs. He has a great voice, great stage presence, and a really cool little story here about his wife. She started making bracelets from his broken guitar strings, which is really cool. She's a childhood cancer survivor.
Oh.
And when she started doing this, all these bracelets just sold out at his shows. So what she wanted to do with that, she saw what a great success that was. So she started giving back by donating money from each bracelet sale to the Ronald McDonald House, which is something near and dear to her heart. Nice. And she performs with him on stage. She does backup vocals for him. So that's really
very cool.
Yep. So everybody enjoy the new song by Brandon Maddox, If You're Talking Behind My Back.
Dart slinging, shot sinking, going on. You were drinking in the corner alone. I was ragging up some 9-ball, making every single pocket I called. It was a ball rolling, beer flowing, hell of a night, till my ex-best friend dropped by. Pretty soon you both were whispering. I said, oh God, there you go again. If you don't have the nerve to say it to my face, let me tell you what I think about that. If you're talking behind my back, keep your lips moving and kiss my ass. You were a show-stopping, jaw-dropping, one of a kind, but it didn't take me much time to find out you were a rattlesnake who up and bit me in a bad way. You had my heart yearning, fire burning from the start. Now I don't know who you are, didn't know you had a forked tongue. The devil's daughter if he's got one. If you don't have the nerve to say it to my face, let me tell you what I think about that. If you're talking behind my back, keep your lips moving and kiss my ass. Raised to never say this kind of thing to a lady, so I ain't saying you're a two-faced, backstabbing gossip, but maybe if you don't have the nerve to say it to my face, let me tell you what I think about that. If you're talking behind my back, moving like you've been doing. Keep your lips moving and kiss my ass. I'll pucker up.
Welcome back to the Balcony Show. Thanks for listening. Got to remind you that our Reverb Nation campaign is in full swing. So if you want a chance to get on the show, that's the best way to do it. I promise I listen to every song that is submitted. So you can check out, the link is on our website, thebalconyshow.com, and it also is on our Facebook page. So check them out. And give us a like and a follow while you're there, too. With that, I'm going to say thank you again to Eli Alger for spending some time with us. I see that guy going places, man. I think
great interview.
He's just a really cool dude, down home country.
He's going to have a good summer.
Yep. He's going to have a hell of a summer.
And we're waiting for him to come to the East Coast next year. So
right.
We'll be there.
Well, by that time, he ought to own his own bus and everything. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
So we're going to end things tonight with a song from Josh Gallagher, another up-and-coming artist. You're going to want to follow him and check out his music too. The name of the tune is Barfuls. Good night, everybody from the Balcony Show. We'll catch you next week.
Slinging high-priced custom spirits in a highball glass, and pretentious pubs that pretend their suds are better cause it's micro mash, and cigar, scotch-only bars, and ones where you charge your drinks to your room card. But if you need to find me, I'll be sitting in a dive seat, 'cause I'm a magic to the magic of a hole in the wall where the neon flickers in the cigarette smoke, where the dance floor and the dartboard seem their sheriff falls. From first drink nights and last call fights and rednecks pickled on Diggle Rye, where the Yelp review and attitude is a 2.23, where the bar stools are full of bar fools like me. Us fools of a feather, yeah, we flock together. We're cut from the same old cloth. The color of your collar or the number of dollars in your bank don't matter at all. You're my kind if your drinking vibe is under Christmas lights and cheap ceiling tiles. So pull up a seat, the first one's on me. If you're a magnet to the magic of a hole in the wall where the neon flickers in the cigarette smoke, where the dance floor and the dartboard have seen their share of falls. From first drink nights and last call fights and rednecks pickled on Diggle Rye, where the Yelp review and attitude is a 2.23, where the bar stools are full of bar fools like me. Yeah, I love them squeaky rich swivel seats full of Friday folks like me, 'cause I'm a magnet to the magic of a hole in the wall where the neon flickers in the cigarette smoke, where the dance floor and the dartboard have seen their share of falls. From first drink nights and last call fights and rednecks pickled on Diggle Rye, where the Yelp review and attitude is a 2.23, where the bar stools are full of bar fools like me.